Hello everyone, this is Robyn and welcome to mypinkstamper.com. This is Robyn and welcome to mypinkstamper.com. Today I'm going to be spotlighting the Crafting Forever stamp set that you can purchase directly from my shopping page, mypinkstamper.stampinup.net. Okay, I'm going to jump right in and show you how to do a super fun card. We're going to do a little watercoloring today as well as working with the Big Shot. I'm going to be using one of our embossing folders to emboss paper, flat paper, if you've never done that before. And I'm also going to be using the Lots of Labels framelit set along with the layering circles, just to show you how you can mix and match our different framelit sets to work together. The first thing we're going to do here is I'm going to be using our watercolor paper right here. And I will have the item code along with the description of everything I'm using in this video. If you would like to place an order, you can order it directly from my shopping page. I also will have everything at the very end of this video. If you miss something, I'll have everything written down for you just to make it a little bit easier for you. Okay, the very first thing I'm going to do, let's go ahead and pull out our Big Shot before I do any stamping or watercoloring or anything like that. I'm going to pull out the Big Shot here. This is the Stampin' Up! Big Shot, and I love it. Use it all the time. I'm going to use it with the watercolor paper, and I'm going to start with the layering oval. This comes in a set that has the scallop ovals as well as the smooth ovals in many different sizes. I'm just going to run this through. Now I'm going to be using, and you have a little oval here. The next thing I'm going to do is run through this piece of lemon lime twist cardstock, and I'm going to be using the Lots of Labels framelit with this. I'll go ahead and try to get the most out of my cardstock piece here. All right, run this through here. And your Big Shot makes all those fun crinkling and popping noises. That's completely normal. Okay, now I'm going to do something different. I am going to add some texture to this framelit piece here. And I'm going to be using this embossing folder. I'll have the name of it directly on the screen, since I can't remember what it is right now. My life, right? I'm kind of forgetful right now. Okay, so I'm just going to put this in here. I'm going to add just a little bit of a pattern. Oops, and I'm going to switch out my platforms to just the regular standard platform. And this is sandwiched between two of our cutting pads. Okay, set that aside. Now when I open this up, I'm going to have just some fun texture. Isn't that super fun? Look at that. Or you could use this side if you'd like, whichever side you'd like. And I will set that aside. Now I'm going to pull out this embossed, I'm sorry, this is not embossed, this piece of watercolor oval. And I have here just one of our acrylic blocks. I'm going to be doing a little bit of watercoloring. I'm using one of our AQUA painters. This comes in a set of 2, like by my other one. They have different size tips. All you do is add water, and I'm using the larger tip, the large end. And you'll also need either a paper towel or a background sheet of paper. So I have this on the side. Just going to put it, or we can put it right on top if we'd like. Okay, this is our grid paper. And now I'm using 4 re-inkers. I'll tell you the color as I use them in just a second. We're going to take one of our archival basic black ink pads, and the archival comes in basic black and basic gray. This is great for using with our watercolor pencils or our Stampin' Right markers or watercoloring technique. If you're going to be using our stamping blends, it's best that you use the Memento black ink pad. That's for our alcohol-based markers. But anything you're using for water-based, our archival basic black or basic gray is perfect for that. Okay, so I'm using the Crafting Forever stamp set. And the two images that I'm using this one here. And then I'm also going to do something creative every day, because as a paper crafter and a crafter in general, I believe that we do need to do something creative every day, no matter what it is. So that's a perfect one to give to one of your crafty friends. This is a perfect card. So I just stamped that on there. Set everything else aside. Now we're going to do some fun watercoloring. And I wanted to show you these, like I said, using the re-inkers. So I'm going to be starting with our crumb cake. What's great about our ink pads is you have the option to purchase a re-inker for every color that we have. And that's great if you want to refreshen up one of your ink pads, or if you want to use these. There's so many different techniques you can use with our re-inkers. You can use them with our embossing paste, with a shaving cream technique. There's all sorts of things, and I'm going to be doing kind of a watercolor wash, but not really. It's just a fun way to watercolor. So I'm going to add a little bit of the crumb cake re-inker, and I'm going to take this aqua painter here, and I'm going to add just a little bit of water. And you can always make it darker, so it's best to kind of start light. And this is going to be looking totally watercolory, and I want it to be dark on one side and light on the other. And the lines will go away because I'm using the watercolor paper. So I just have it like that, and it's a little bit outside of the lines, which is totally fine. That's what I was going for. Now I'm going to just pull up a little more ink, and I kind of want it more dark on one side, just to kind of blend it in. So that's what I have there. And now I'm going to just use my paper to clear off, or you can use a paper towel. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take Lemon Lime Twist re-inker, add a little bit on my little palette here. You can also just use a plate if you'd like. That would be totally fine as well. And I'm going to add a little bit of water. And I'm just going to add the green on a couple paint brushes, and I want it to kind of be like a little messy, you know, because this is supposed to look artistic. So I'm just adding it here, and that's good. And I'm just going to clean that off. And then the next color I'm going to use is Berry Burst. One of my favorite colors right now, Berry Burst. This whole color combination for this card, this is like my favorite. If you're asking me right now, what is your favorite color combination, Robyn? Well, let me show you, because this is my favorite color combination. I love the bright colors, and now that it's almost summer, I can pull out these a lot more and use them. I'm just going to add a little bit here. Okay, so that's it for my berry. I really wish I had a paper towel, you guys. You can also just run it till it goes clear. Okay, I have it all over here. Now I'm going to, for my last color, I'm using Bermuda Bay. Just a wonderful color combination. This is actually from 3 different color families. The Bermuda is from the Brights, the Berry, and the Lime are from the 2017 to 2019 in colors, and the crumb cake is from our neutrals. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit. I think I've used a little bit too much ink, but that's okay. If you want to, there we go. Just add a little bit here to the ones I missed. Add a little bit of color. Okay, so that's all I'm doing. I just wanted a little bit of ink on my brushes, and everything else I'm just going to leave plain. I'm going to put my aqua painter away and put this all away. And then ideally, you would want to let this dry for just a little bit, or you may want to use your heat tool, and that will make the process go a little bit quicker. I'm going to go ahead and throw this card together really quick for you. So what I have here, we're going to start with our Bermuda Bay cardstock. This is cut at 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches. Just fold this over for you. And now I'm going to take a piece of our crumb cake cardstock, and this is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And then I have just a little strip from our Color Theory Designer Series paper pack, and I have this cut at 1 1/2 by 5 inches. I'm going to take my SNAIL adhesive right here, and I'm going to add this to the top. It looks a little crackly, and it just reminded me of paint. And I thought, oh, that's so perfect for this card. Look at that crackle texture. And I have here, just to pull out some color, I like to take my focal point, my main image, and I like to pull the different colors out in my card. That's how I see my color. I pull it from the main image on the card. And this is Berry Burst cardstock. It's cut at 1/2 inch by 5 inches. I'm going to add some adhesive on here and just add this up here. If you notice, it's not directly in the middle of my card, and I wanted it to be like that on purpose. Now we're going to take the basic black ink pad, and I'm going to stamp Do Something Creative every day. Just right to the bottom right. Do something creative every day. And now I'm going to use some of our Stampin' Dimensionals. Let me find my pack. This is my package of Stampin' Dimensionals, and you'll get 300 in a pack. It's amazing. If you have not tried our Stampin' Dimensionals yet, you're going to want to add these to your next order. You get 300 for $4, so you get a ton, and I use them on every single project I make. So I'm going to go ahead and add these to the back of my oval here. So I'll just add 4. Okay, take off the backing, and then I'm going to add that right here and watch it pop. Once I add this on here, it's just going to make it pop. Just so gorgeous. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to add a little bit more on this one. I'm going to add 6 dimensionals on the back of this. And then I'm going to go ahead and just add adhesive right here while I have this over here. Add this onto my Bermuda. Isn't this just the cutest card ever? I think it's adorable. I actually might make more of these for one of my swaps for our Stampin' Up! Event coming up this weekend. Okay, I'm going to add that right there. And it's just gorgeous. So you could add more embellishments. You could step this up if you'd like. Just a really gorgeous, and I wouldn't say this is a quick and easy, simple card. This is more of an artistic, fun card. It does take you a few minutes longer, but I hope you enjoy it. You can find me at mypinkstamper.com. I blog every single day with a weekly giveaway on Mondays. I will see you soon. Thank you so much for stopping by. Bye-bye.